Welcome to the Waterfowl East podcast.
Welcome.
Matt Wilson here.
Stephen Margis here too.
Can't hear you, Stephen. You're 2 feet away from the mic.
No, better step in.
There you go.
There we go. You can hear me a little clearer now.
I can, yeah. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to be seen.
It is, isn't it? Been a day or two.
Yeah, I haven't been doing much the last kind of month.
God, I hate it.
Yeah, it's kind of a drop off from what we were doing.
Oh, man. Last year it was so much better this time.
Yeah.
Like we were just crushing ducks this time.
Yeah, there's still lots of opportunity to go out. And there probably is right now. We've just been kind of,
Yeah, balled up.
yeah.
I've been doing office work sitting right where you're sitting right
Yeah.
now. Writing contracts.
You can only take so many days off a year to hunt before stuff starts to pile up.
I mean, does it pile up?
It starts to a little bit.
I feel like it probably does, but yeah, no, there's lots of stuff that needed done, and it was cold, and we didn't have a lot of ducks around here like we normally would. That big freeze up that we got, when was that? Early December?
Yeah, and it kind of hit hard for just a week or two. And
Oh, man. I mean, as far as conditions go for migration, like it was minus 20, clear as a bell, huge full moon, snow on the ground, super bright out for like 3 days with a 15 or 20K northwest wind.
Yeah.
Like, see you later. The river was terrible. You know, it wasn't even safe to really go down to where we normally hunt late in the year. So,
no, too much ice built up too quickly.
yeah. Yeah, when it gets hollow underneath, it's a little sketchy. Especially, you know, now that we got this big rain, I'm sure that the water's way up.
Yeah, broke some spots open. The river's still pretty froze up, though, in a lot of spots.
It is, huh?
The lagoons are full, though. Lots of ducks in there.
Right. Just going up over the co-op.
Yeah, probably the same thing in Florenceville.
Yeah. Yeah, I would dare say.
Yeah.
There'd have to be some around. I mean, it makes sense to me that they would imprint on those areas and come back and stay there. I mean, there's always birds that stay there all winter in that lagoon, is there not?
Yeah, it's wild to see hundreds and hundreds of ducks all winter long staying and feeding off spilled grain from trucks being loaded. You know,
Yeah.
They live in that little 50 square foot thing of open water in the lagoon, and they just feed over the fence, basically.
And they say that that's so they can be closer to their nesting grounds.
Yeah, well, they're close.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they otherwise, why would you suffer?
Yeah,
Why wouldn't you migrate?
yeah. It's just miserable there.
Yeah. But there is quite a few there, huh?
There's a couple hundred there right now. I was surprised.
Anything different?
Not that I've noticed. Just a lot of greenheads, or drakes.
A lot of drakes.
Mostly, like 95% probably.
Yeah. So that's the tail end of
Yeah.
your migration.
Yeah, a few hens, but not much. I stopped and looked with the binoculars there one day looking for bands, but I didn't see anything different.
I'm sure that other people see that too, but that's what I've always known it as, is that there's 3 major migrations. I mean, they migrate all the time, but like as far as age groups and sexes, and they say, and this is what we've seen, that last big push of ducks is 80% male.
Whatever seems to be.
Whatever they are, yeah. If
Yeah.
it's mallards, it's all drakes, black ducks, same thing.
Yeah, early October, shooting a lot of hens.
Mm.
Come this time of year, it's
Young ducks. Yeah. Older hens, whatever, younger.
cool to see the progression go on as the season goes on.
Yeah. Yeah, but this time of year, that seems to be what we always get. So, a little different this year. Seems like every 4 years or so, 3-4 years, it didn't, I shouldn't say that it froze up early, but it froze up earlier than it has in the past couple of years. And it wasn't gradual. It was like bang.
Yeah, next day froze up.
Overnight.
Snowed and ice.
Yeah, shitty. So, when that happens, I mean, regardless of if that happens or not, we head to the saltwater.
And we were there a few weeks ago.
Yeah, shooting eiders, which is something that we really, really look forward to every year. We go over there with Tony and Connor Huckins. So if you're interested, if you saw our stuff and you're interested in an eider hunt, those are the guys to get a hold of. They're on them.
They're on them, and they know their stuff. Doesn't matter. They seem to know where they're at. They know how to get there. They know the safest ways to get there. And every time, it never disappoints.
No, I don't think that even the days that were sketchy, I'm always like, as long as they're confident, I'm good. Like, give me a life jacket, let's go.
Yeah.
And that one day, it was sketch.
Yeah, it was. They went out and checked the waters, and they felt confident. They didn't look worried. They weren't stressed, or at least not showing it.
Yeah, which is fine for me. I don't care.
Yeah.
As long as you're good with it, man, I'm solid. Like, let's go. So, yeah, they know where they are. They always put us on them, and I've never not had a good hunt with those guys.
No, it's awesome. Exactly what Tony says is going to happen happens.
That's the one thing that I really appreciate. Because, I mean, we leave no stone unturned when we're doing things. Nothing is by chance when we're setting things up here. And it's the same with them. Like when he's like, we're going to go to this place, we're going to tie up here. The birds are going to be coming from this area. We might see some from over here, and there's going to be about this many. And every time he's like, spot on.
Yep, exactly.
They're going to come from this direction. We'll set our decoys this way. Like, it's well done.
Yep.
We're not just going out there and going, oh, maybe we should try here. Like, he knows where the hell they are.
Yeah, well, we're both kind of still work on the sea. They're on the ocean. They're right there every day. They're driving up and down it. They're physically working in it.
Yeah.
So it's having those eyes all year round, just kind of seeing the migration, the patterns, and it really helps.
Yeah. So we had a great hunt this year, and definitely got into them really good. And it's nice to shoot eiders that are coming right into the decoys.
Oh yeah. That is awesome.
I haven't saw a lot of the footage, but the stuff that I have on my phone is good, and I don't think we missed many with the camera.
No, it was awesome. The way they worked too. We didn't just have big flocks. We had a couple, but most of the time it was just a couple coming in. We got lots of giants to get ready. Camera got on them. Everybody was, and we were killing them. I noticed that from last year. A lot more times it was single shots, single birds down.
Yeah.
There was no follow-ups. We weren't chasing around.
Yeah, we just took turns.
Yeah, one at a time.
They
Bang.
come in. And it's so nice when it's like that, too, when it's not chaotic. I mean, we were able to shoot drakes again.
Yeah.
And, they just barreled right into the decoys. There was none of this. I don't know that we shot any that were just passing by.
No.
Like, most of them were belly up right in the decoys.
Yeah.
So it's pretty, all year we're used to dry land and even shooting ducks. We don't hunt water. And to go down there and experience that, it's so nice I always say it's just nice it's nice to be guided.
Yeah, not to have to worry about all the little details.
Yeah, and not that we have like major expectations or anything. It's just nice to go out with those guys who we know match our effort and our energy, and we have such a good time, you know.
And the food, Tony did a good job. And I'm usually not a fan of lobster. He had all kinds of grub for us all weekend cooking. Man,
Yeah.
It was great.
Oh, it was good. Yeah. Yeah, we always eat good, which is what you should do.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, no, that was really good. Lobster's always great, and there's lots of that around.
All that footage is going over right now. Brad's working away at it, so hopefully we'll get some stuff on YouTube and a little bit more on social media over the next couple weeks.
Yeah, so we've been much more active on the Facebook page and the Instagram page, just posting a little something every day, and hopefully as long as we don't run out of content, we're going to continue down that path. It's funny how things change, because we used to take the time to make what we would consider the best cinematic reel that we could make, and with a bunch of different clips, and now we don't do that. We just share single flocks, and that's
exactly
great.
what it is.
Yep.
No editing, no voiceovers, no nothing. Just this is what we're experiencing in the moment.
Yep. Yeah, and these clips are not all like, some of them, holy man, I don't know, have you seen some of the comments on there? Like, holy smokes, like, people, you should die. And
I think all attention's supposed to be good attention or something like that.
yeah, it is.
I hope.
Yeah, well, I hope so. Yeah, there's been a lot of that stuff. You guys should die, and a lot of cursing, and but there's been a lot of comments on the shooting too. And one fella I remember, he put on there, he's like, man, if I shot that bad, I don't think I'd post it. And I'm like,
I'm not shooting.
Yeah. I'm like, man, it's and regardless, I'm like, that's hunting.
But that's the reality of it.
That is reality. Like, there's going to be flocks that come in where guys shoot at them and they don't hardly hit anything.
Yeah.
Whatever. A lot of these people, this is the only time they hunt every year, and they're going to whiff for sure. We all do, so I think that when I sat back and thought about that, I was like, that's sort of the industry in a sense. Like, oh geez, I can't imagine you would post that. Well, are we embarrassed? Like, does that not ever happen?
Yeah,
like,
it all happens.
If you go out and you're allowed to shoot 6 ducks, do you shoot 6 times and kill 6 ducks every time? Like, probably not every time.
Yeah.
Maybe a lot of times that does happen, but there's also a lot of missing. And whatever.
We see a lot of experienced hunters that they only go out 4 or 5 times a year. You know, you get it jacked up, you get all that momentum. Everybody's laughing and hooping, and ducks are flying around. And,
Right.
you know, you're not paying attention. You're not perfectly shouldering that gun. You're not following through with your shots. You know, it's like anything. If you don't do the reps, you kind of get out of practice. And
Well, and the thing about it is, like, the content is not bad content. It's not like our dogs are breaking or people are being unsafe.
Yeah.
Or we're doing stupid stuff. It's just guys missing shots.
Yeah.
And that happens, right? That's hunting
Yeah.
at the end of the day. So you are going to see some of that. And then it was funny because then, like, a couple days later, one that I posted was, I mean, they tore them up.
Yeah.
They killed the whole flock. That was whatever was within range in front of them. They shot it. I don't know. They must have shot 9 or 10. And I'm like, a quarter of the comments.
Yeah, nobody likes that.
Nobody's got anything to say about that one. But no, that's just hunting, and that's what we try to show, right?
Yeah.
I mean, things are edited when we're doing the show and things like that, but we film everything, and because people didn't hit stuff doesn't mean we throw those clips away. It is what it is. Like Jeff Coates is showing that stuff all the time.
Yeah, it's true. It's honest. It's what happens. I miss more shots probably than I take, or than I make.
Yeah.
So, and hey, I'm not ashamed of it. I try to practice, try to get on them. You know.
I always said to Rowan, I said the only way that you're going to learn how to hit them is to miss them. Pull the trigger, within reason. I mean, you're not going to be out there 100 meters away, but, if they're in range, shoulder your gun, try to do your fundamentals right, and pull the trigger. Give it your best shot, That's why we're out there. You're out there trying to learn and do your thing. And
well, you think you have it figured out. You're hunting all fall. You're doing good, dialed in, shooting where you want to shoot, and then you go sea ducking.
Yep.
And then everything you just learned for the last 3 months, you basically throw it out the window because you're now shooting at a target that's moving 40, 50K across the water.
That's right.
And you're not aiming 3 feet in front of it. You're aiming 10, 15 feet in front of it.
Yeah. Well, and you look at a lot of those guys that Jeff has out that are missing them, and it's like some of these guys might be really experienced duck hunters, but just never either hunted on big water like that or hunted out of a big boat like that or shot sea ducks. Because, I mean, they will humble you.
They move.
They friggin' scoot, man. So, yeah, we'll be doing a lot more of that. Because, again, we have a lot of content. We try to film as much as we can. We're going to try to do more this year.
Start putting YouTube out again.
Film a lot, or edit a lot more and put it on YouTube. We're still going to go with 6 shows for season 3. Like, season 3 is all filmed and being edited right now. And starting in February, we'll be filming for season 4, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Something I'm really, really proud of. I mean, it's always sort of been a thing that once you get past season 3, you're in your 4th season, like, you're there.
You still got some momentum. Everything's still working.
Yep.
Getting better.
Yep. Yeah. As long as you're on the upswing, for sure. You're not just barely hanging on going in season 4. People seem to take you sponsor-wise and things like that, seem to take you a little more serious. You're a little more established, right? Show that you're going to be around. So
it'd be nice to get back on the YouTube. Now that they've changed their kind of rules and stuff around firearms, they kind of laxed a lot of that stuff. I think it'll be beneficial again there. For a while, they were kind of shutting anything down that might have had a gun or anything, and it couldn't share it. It wasn't showing up on feed. So it really wasn't worth the effort to do it. But now I feel like it's kind of coming back around.
Well, Claudio Ungaro out west, he has a TV show. I think he still does, Hired to Hunt, and he was posting some stuff on his Facebook, and apparently it got banned or something. His page, I just saw a little clip of that this morning, but I found that hard to believe with Facebook, but I know that TikTok is certainly like that. But it's good to see that YouTube is coming around that way because, outside of these podcasts, which are going to be filmed this year, those will be on there. All the copies of them are on there, just audio. But we'll have some more just videos that people can go and watch because it's easier for people to reference, right? Yeah. Like if people don't have a smart TV or whatever, it's easier just to send them a link to YouTube rather than, and then if you're interested, well, then maybe you want to get the TV show too. So.
And now this year, like you said, we got a lot more content this year. So now that finally going through it and getting all that situated, we plan to take a big portion of that and throw it over on other stuff, not just the TV show. Because like you said, 6 episodes really, the way we've been filming isn't as hard as it used to be to get.
Yeah. So for now, we're gonna stick with that and we're gonna try to spread out just so we can advocate a little easier, and that'll be a big part of our plan for the next few years. And see if we can diversify a little bit and then push the brand and
Yeah, keep going like we have been.
shove our name around a little more, maybe go stateside.
Yeah.
I think ultimately that's the goal. To, you want to be growing.
Yeah, just see what's next. Don't turn down any opportunities. Just
No.
keep putting the effort in and see what pops up for opportunities.
And, to sit back and think of what we've accomplished in this past year and what we got coming up this year, sometimes I always like to say, I like to push myself just outside of my comfort zone all the time. Not too far, but I don't want to be comfortable either.
Well, a lot of the big changes that we've been working on and have happened in the last year really haven't been on the outside of things. It's been a lot more in the business aspect, trying to get all the media going, Waterfowl East TV, not just get it recording, but, take it to the next level, do it a little better, take a little more pride and, learn and do, better.
Yeah. And there's so much of that.
So much behind the scenes that we've been doing and working towards that.
That nobody would ever know or see. It is a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot, And God bless Sarah.
Yeah.
And Salita.
Putting up with it.
Yeah. It's a lot, and you have to it takes a special type of person to support that, but it's you at your best.
Yeah.
Here we are. Why shouldn't it be us
Yeah. Might as well.
doing it? So, yeah, lots of good things coming up this year. That being a big one, just being able to shove some stuff onto YouTube.
Yeah.
So it gives people a little bit easier on-demand content.
Well, in our content too, something the last year or so we've been trying to focus more on is the quality, not just as far as the content itself, but the audio, the video. We've been trying to make sure everything's a little more crisp and clean lately, and I really like that.
Well, yeah, because the audio is just as important.
Yeah.
If you got bad audio, it's like having a snowy screen
Yeah.
on your TV or something out of focus.
Yeah.
It just doesn't match up right or sound right. So, yeah, no question with the audio and trying to do more interviews and plan our shots. It's very, very organized.
And kudos to the clients that we work like that all come up and work with us and stuff like that. They've all been the very best. They love to participate. They love to be part of it. They love to do anything they can do to help. It's been awesome to see that, that's the involvement on their level,
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, you're absolutely right that they put up with it at times.
Yeah.
And I think I've not heard anybody complain.
No, not yet. But
Not yet, but they seem to enjoy it, and they, especially if they get a chance to be on TV, right? So they're patient with us, and I think it's an aspect of it that they take pride in because they've been up with us so much, right?
Some of them for years and years.
Years and years and years. So yeah, you're right. Kudos to those guys for being part of that and helping us if we needed help, or sometimes doing interviews if we wanted them to on the spot. Like we did some of that this year. It's been great. So just to change things up a little bit.
Everybody can be funny in themselves, and then when you stick a camera in front of them, and I'm just as bad. Brad, he's the worst for it. That guy, you never know what he's going to say. It's going to be quick and whimsical, and then you point a camera at him, and he just trips all over himself.
Silage corn.
Yeah, silage corn. And it's awesome to see some of the guys step up and just kind of, not hesitate jumping on an interview or get out front.
You just don't want to overthink it. Like if you have to think about what you have to say, like here, I'm going to stick this camera in your face, and then I need you to talk about what we're doing here today, rather than just coming up and putting it in your face and say something. Tell me about today, and then they ramble it off, and away you go. And so, but it's a big difference when somebody comes along, put the camera in your face. Okay, I need you to talk about what we did this morning, and it's a strange dynamic, isn't it?
Yeah, it never gets really. I don't know. Maybe you'll get used to it eventually, but it takes a little effort not to.
And I think it should be said too that there's lots of times where you wake up and it's like, I can't remember the guy beside me. I can't remember his name, let alone try to put together an interview here today.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Especially after day 30 or whatever.
It's day 32. Here we are. It's a cornfield somewhere.
Yeah.
But that's part of it, and I love that, right? So I really want, especially this year, it'd be nice to get as much of that as we can get, because there's so much of that like we understand it, and some of our guys definitely understand, and we do the guide life, And this year more so,
Yeah.
people watched it and they were like, man,
We have to keep it going more.
I can't believe that you guys are out that many days.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's guys that do it way more than that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Andrew Dath out west is like, I don't know how many days that guy puts in.
Yeah. And hey, we would too if we could.
Man, yeah, well, obviously, yeah, I would, like I said before we hit record, like,
Yeah.
I would love to still be, I do not like, that's how I like to start my day. I'm not going to lie to you. If I could start my day like that every time, that would be great.
Yeah.
I don't get tired of it.
It's fun.
Yeah. I don't need rest, Steve.
Yeah. I need a little bit, a couple hours here and there.
My house will fix itself.
Yeah. But it's good to see the content we got this year. I'm glad that we've really been sticking it to social media and all that other stuff, trying to keep it going.
It's a story. We have a story to tell.
Yeah.
It's a unique place, unique area. We love what we do. People are interested in it. And you know, we have a genuine story to tell about what we have on the go here.
Yeah, it's nice seeing, like this year we had a couple people from all over the state stop in, people that aren't northeastern Canada, most of them never been to Canada. So it's super cool to have them come here, the valleys, the hills, everything,
The Tennessee boys.
the Tennessee boys, yeah. Listen to them talk about it and just, it's cool to listen to people experience what you've experienced 1,000 times through a different set of eyes in a way.
Totally.
Just the way they talk about it, see, the covered bridge. I drive across that thing every day now for a decade.
Yeah, it's not a thing.
It's not a thing. I don't give a crap, but they drive across something like that. They talk about it. Just listening to somebody else experience what you do every day is, to me, sometimes just as fun.
Yeah. If you're willing to sit and listen, it's amazing what you'll learn.
Yeah.
You'll have a whole new outlook on the area that you grew up in, right?
Stuff you overlook all the time.
Stuff you overlook all the time. Like, they'll just make comments, man, I can't get over, like, A, or, man, I can't believe you guys have B here,
Yeah.
Just the most minute things that we would not even consider every day. But it is a very unique area, and God, those guys were a good crew. Holy
Yeah.
shit, we laughed, eh? Yeah, really good time. They're going to come up again this year.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, they are. They were
Yeah,
already talking
good.
to me. They're like,
Good,
make
good.
sure we get in.
Yeah. Perfect.
And that's the way we like it. You get guys that come and they have such a great time. I mean, the first day was kind of slow.
Yeah.
And
We've seen lots of birds.
we did, yeah. They just really didn't want to do it for us. But that seemed to be on the menu that week.
Yeah.
But the next day was good.
Yeah, we had to wait them out a little bit.
Yeah, we had
Hang
to
up
wait
till
'em out.
2 or 3 before we got them. But
Yeah, had to call for more ammo.
yeah, I had to call for more ham. That doesn't happen often,
That
but
does not happen often, no.
it's a good sign.
It was a good sign, and it was a good day. I mean,
Yeah.
we were not bored whatsoever.
Laughed and joked. There was just enough action to keep everybody entertained. It was cold, but we had the heaters out. Everybody was comfortable.
And that's the great thing about waterfowl hunting. We're not having to sit there all day and not talk, right?
Yeah.
Like, you really get to learn about people's lives and who they are and where they come from, that area, and what's important to them and what they appreciate about our area. And I mean, the waterfowl industry is a small industry as a whole, but again, we've talked about this before. When you think about who your friends are, who you're the best friends with, if you're a waterfowl hunter, it's probably other guys that hunt waterfowl, and we can all connect in that way. So really cool to meet those guys, and really cool to have them experience
And
this
want to come
area.
back.
Yeah, and want to come back. Yeah, they had a hell of a time.
Yeah.
Hell of a time. And how could you not? It's a
Yeah.
good experience. Like, if I'm having fun,
Yeah, why aren't they?
yeah, why wouldn't they be? And that was what,
They did.
day 52 or
Yeah, I
something
don't even
foolish
know.
like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know. It was like our last day for sure.
Working on the second month.
Yeah. Shit, yeah. Yeah, so we're looking to do a little bit more this year.
Well, we have some plans. I don't know if you want to talk about them yet, but traveling, planning to cover a little different areas in the upcoming.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
We're talking about going west for a few days. We kind of want to go out there and experience something a little earlier, probably like September.
Yep.
Go out and see a different flyway. Like we have a good amount of birds here. We always get guys on birds. They always see birds, but we know it's not like what they have out in those central and western flyways. The birds that they see there is nothing compared to or sorry, I have that backwards. The birds we see here is nothing compared to what they see out there. So it'd be super cool to go out for a few days and get to experience the same thing, but completely different in a way.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Such a different area in Flyway.
Yeah.
You know, I always said one thing about Alberta, for sure, was the fact that you could see the migration.
Yeah.
Like here, we see the migration because they're not in a place and then the place is full.
Yeah.
But out there, like, you're waking up at night because you hear them flying over your house, you know, or, you know, it's just totally different terrain out there. So
The Sandhills, I've been at West Lots, but never for waterfowl hunting, always for deer hunting. But I remember a few times being out there, the amount of sandhills, I just couldn't believe. As high up as you could look, just the sky at times would be just full of them.
yeah, pterodactyls.
Yeah, like, man, look like little planes way up there in the sky. And they're just the number of them when you start to see stuff like that. Like even seeing, you know, the snow's moving and stuff. Like, although I've never hunted them, just watching the flocks from driving through is, you know, it's awesome.
Yeah,
It's crazy to think the numbers and the volume that move through there.
yeah, it really is, actually.
Millions.
Yeah.
Millions.
Yeah, yeah, it truly is, and they're such an interesting bird. I'm not sure if you can shoot them or if they even have them in Manitoba.
They must have a few because we get some.
Yeah,
So,
true, yeah. But that's where we're looking at
Yeah.
going. Our buddy Mikkel has invited us out, and we're really looking forward to going out and experiencing that with them. And I'm actually looking at going there in April, the first week of April. They have a
Early season.
yeah. Well, it's like a spring season for Canada geese.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you could hunt Canada geese in
Yeah.
spring anywheres.
Well, they do it in March in Ontario for like 10 days, and they crush them there. And I think this season starts in March and then goes into April. But anyway, looking to go there then too. So, but that's where we're going to start our fall season is Manitoba.
Yep.
And or possibly start it here, I guess, and then go to Manitoba for a few days and try things out there and
Yeah.
experience that. And
That'd be cool.
September is such a good time to spend time in the western provinces.
Yeah.
You know?
Everything seems to kind of get going there a little quicker.
Yeah, when it's slow here, you know. And we can go out there and we can do that, and then we can come home and gear our stuff up. And
Maybe shoot a moose, depending if we're ever lucky enough to get that.
yeah, exactly. That'd be awesome. And maybe, hopefully, I was thinking just randomly today, I was thinking about turkeys.
Yeah, I kind of forget about turkeys until last minute pops up. Oh, it's draw time. And then,
Yeah,
you know,
turkey season, man.
yeah, maybe this will be my year.
I hope so. Me too. I'd like to go again.
Yeah.
That's so much fun. But yeah, I guess in the fall, that's where we're looking to start. And then we always go to Grand Manan a couple times and see Tony. And usually I go to Nova Scotia in January. I'm not sure I'm going to make it this year, but
Well, we still have another trip to Grand Manan,
yeah,
February.
February, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Tony must enjoyed having us enough to invite us back. So
yeah, I don't think he really has a choice. I
know.
just
We know
told
where
him
he
we
lives.
were. I just told him we were coming. He's like, yeah, oh yeah. No, I think he enjoys having us there, and we really enjoy Tony's company. He
Oh, that's
couldn't
awesome.
you couldn't find a better guy.
Yeah.
Him and Connor both.
Yeah, they're
you
both
know,
great.
he couldn't.
they
find,
work well together.
Yeah, for father and son. Yeah, they're super compatible in the way that they work together, and it's just it's a world class experience.
Yeah.
You know, everything that they do there is just well thought out. It's super simple. They've got it geared up. I mean, they're used to being on the water from lobster fishing. It's super safe,
And they know everybody.
and they know everybody. Like, we were looking for permission to hunt this one spot, and it's just like being here.
Yeah.
But he's just
Exactly.
like, yeah, geez, yeah, you guys have good luck.
Yeah. Boated over here. Hey, mind if we hunt off this point? I know you guys are over there. He's like, yeah, go right ahead, Tony. And they chatted for 5 minutes. Away we went.
Yeah.
You know, just
Yeah.
like that. It's cool to go to an area like that and, you know, feel like you're welcome.
Well, yeah, because we don't know, right? We're not from there, and I mean, we know where we can go here, and there's a couple guys here that don't let anybody hunt, but most everybody's pretty
Yeah.
good. We've known him for a long time, and it's very much the same there. He has a good reputation, and I can see why, right?
Yeah.
People like him. He's a good fella. He uses people good, so that comes back around, right?
Yeah.
Good karma. So, but yeah, so we'll be there in February this year for Old Squaw and Scoters.
Yeah.
and that's always a good trip.
Yeah, there was lots there last year.
Lots there last year. And right now, when we were over there this time, it seemed like there was a heck of a lot more white wing scouters.
Yeah, we were seeing some.
So, which is obviously my favorite.
What else have we seen? We seen those Harlequin
Harlequins, yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of
fly
Harlequins
right
there.
across the front of the boat.
Apparently, their population's friggin' exploding.
Yeah. What else? We had Brant
We had some Brant, yeah.
flyovers, and they shot one the weekend after.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking guys.
Yeah, I know.
Probably knew where they were the whole time. Wanted us to get out of there so they could go.
Exactly. That's the plan.
Yeah.
Steve called them out.
I know right away. Tony and Connor, they had that little pond out back somewhere. Probably.
Yeah. Oh, just loaded with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's super cool. That's what's awesome about the ocean. Is you just don't know what you're going to see, what's going to fly by, you know.
You really don't.
No.
Any one of those eiders could have been a king.
Yeah.
But to me, I mean, king eiders are beautiful, but there's not, man, like those common eiders
Yeah.
are unreal.
Yeah.
Like outside of Canada geese, they're my number 2. I love shooting them.
I'm attempting to get into taxidermy, so my first 2 birds, one's going to be an eider and one's going to be one of the old squaws.
Yeah, tell me about that. Are you actually going to do that?
Yeah, so I've watched a few videos. I've got a list. I started picking up some stuff. The biggest thing right now is I just got to rig myself up a flesher, some kind of a mechanical device, strip all the fat off the inside. And other than that, I've got basically everything. I've got a website to use to get all my supplies. I'm not going to paint the heads or the feet. I'm going to buy them pre-done.
Why don't you just quit being a cheap bastard and buy a flesher?
I maybe can buy them. I never noticed anybody selling them. Every video I watched, it was somebody had made them. So I just assumed they didn't sell something. Maybe they do.
Well, they're all cheap bastards too,
Yeah,
Steve.
100%. Well,
Buy a
that's the way
flesher.
I am. So that's exactly what up my alley.
Yeah, they do. They make fleshers.
Yeah.
I can't imagine it being a different
No.
flesher than what somebody would use for big game.
Probably not. Just
You know.
small, usually just a small wheel, and they just have a little catch pan to catch all your.
Yeah, that would make it a hell of a
Yeah.
lot easier for you.
Yeah, I've been watching some videos. It doesn't look too bad. The painting thing, I'm not much of a painter, so I'm glad I found a spot that does feet and heads.
I think that's better anyway.
I think so. Consistent,
Yep.
you know.
It's gonna either cut your profit a little or
Yep.
it'll add a little more, but
Yeah.
they're very nice. You know.
Exactly, and it saves you time. It saves you consistency. You
Yeah.
get a better product. So I've saved a couple ducks, 2 or 3 sea ducks. Saved a couple, drake mallards. I saved just 4 or 5 birds just to have for this winter. So I plan to start working away at them, and if I can do 4 or 5 of them, see how they turn out. If I like it, if I really catch on, then maybe it's something I can look into doing for other people.
Well, man, let me tell you, I was going through some pictures today, and then I got looking at that Wildfowl magazine. One of the subscription cards had a blue goose on it, and I thought to myself, man, I've had so many nice birds here in the past few years that I would have loved to get mounted. But God bless Danny. I mean, Danny Clark over there has been doing it for 50 years.
Yeah.
And I think he's starting to wind down a little bit, which I don't blame him.
Yeah.
He's been at it forever.
It's a lot.
And he does a great job. And I do have some of Danny's birds, so I'm happy about that, because it would suck if I would have went all this time and not got any done by him. But so he's not really taken as many in or any.
Yeah.
And there's a hole in the industry.
Yeah,
I mean,
and we do it enough, and even just for myself, even if it's just something that I end up enjoying enough that I can do it for some friends, great. If it's something that I really enjoy doing, I'm trying to stay as in the industry as I can. I've been hunting and fishing as much as I can, so if it's something else that can help me pay some bills, and
man, I mean, Danny's made a living at
Yeah.
it for
his place is plugged.
50 years.
Man, I couldn't get over the amount of stuff he had there.
But when you think about it, yeah, I mean, the industry is there. And he does, like Duncan does the big game and Danny does the birds.
Yeah.
And that's what everybody knows him as. If you're going to take a bird to somebody, they go to Danny.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, there's other guys that do them, but if you specifically do birds,
Yeah.
you'll be loaded up.
Yeah, I got no interest in big game either. Like, I've done my own European mounts and stuff like that, which is, hey, whatever, but it's not.
Well, you think about if you're guiding all summer, fishing, you guide all fall waterfowl, and then wintertime, you were thinking either ice fishing, but I'm thinking to myself, like,
The taxidermy is what I was hoping.
the taxidermy from certainly picking them up through the fall and starting, like, we'll say December, going hard, December till, I don't know, end of April.
Yeah, until the ice melts, hopefully.
Yeah, you could really hammer down.
Yeah. The big thing is not whether I can do it, because I can learn to do anything. It's just more of it's going to be something I'm going to not mind doing every day for 2 or 3 months, So I want to work a couple out, see what the ups and downs are of it, see what it's going to cost me, kind of go from there.
I think I feel like it's right up your alley, but maybe not.
So. I think so. I used to do a bit of that with Dad when we were younger. Never birds, but we always did beaver and different stuff like that. So I'm used to that aspect of it. Preparation, guiding the bears. I'm used to the preparation for the pelts, all that. So it's almost the next step, really. Is why not do it myself?
Yeah, yeah. And if you're looking to do anything with a beaver, stuff a beaver, you want to talk to Chad Ellis.
Yeah, he stuffed a few beavers, has he, in his life?
Chad is a beaver stuffing master.
I bet.
Chad Ellis.
Strikes me as that kind of guy.
Well, he spoke about it at length on our last podcast.
Yeah.
He was real close to the mic when he said it too, so I could tell.
Serious.
Yeah, I've seen some of his work.
Yeah.
I'm not ashamed to say.
But yeah, it'd be something else, That's what I'm trying to do right now. Like, I've got a good job and stuff, but at the same time, it's not what I want to do the rest of my life. So
No.
now's the opportunity for me to try out different things and see what hits.
And the opportunity is there.
Yeah.
Like if you're somebody that's going to do it, you're going to be bird specific. You're going to educate yourself.
Yeah.
You're going to charge money, and you're going to get it done in a timely manner.
Yeah.
You'll do great.
Exactly.
You'll do great. Danny has.
Yeah.
I mean, for years, there's tons of people that want birds done.
Yeah, we shoot a lot of rare ones. A lot of our clients.
I was just going to say, I mean, think about all the clients that come up. Like, shit, they're just even through that. I mean, even if you had one out of every group or a couple out of every group, there's lots of guys here that if you offered that, hey, we have a taxidermy service here. If you guys want to get a bird done, shit, guys would.
3 months.
Oh,
whatever,
yeah, shit, yeah, guys would.
Exactly. Well, geez, we shoot specks. We shoot all kind of different color phase birds.
And it really, the numbers are there. Like, it's just kind of picking out, like, how many of these can I do a year?
Yeah.
And how many do I want to do?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and that's why I want to do, like, I saved a couple rare birds. I got a wood duck I saved, stuff like that, because I just want to try out a few, see how it works, see how they look, see how much time I get into it.
Yeah, and you'll get better as you go.
Oh, 100%.
It's a trade.
Yep.
Like anything else, but you've got no shortage of birds to mess with.
No, exactly. There's lots kicking around. Everybody's always got some.
Yep. You put them together and then, see how it fares out, tear it apart, do another one.
Yeah, and if they don't work well, we got a bunch of stuffers we can use.
Well, yeah, and I mean, you look at guys like Reno Martin. Have you seen any of his stuff?
Don't think so. Maybe.
He's from Miramichi. Does a good job. David Martin?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his brother,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
They're brothers, yeah. But he does a great job. He doesn't want to do it commercially.
Yeah.
He likes to tinker with his own stuff.
Yeah.
And but he does a great job. Real attention to detail.
Yeah, and I don't want to just do something and just slap it together. If
No.
I'm going to do it, I want to make sure it's something I can do well.
Yeah, he might be worth talking to just to see where he learned, because he does a really nice job.
Well, luckily now with the internet, there's programs, just like you're talking about doing with your dog training.
Yep.
There's similar programs online for all this kind of stuff.
Sure.
How to do your flying ducks, your sitting ducks, if you want to do the boards, everybody's doing those now where they're laying the feathers out, the turkeys.
You know what? Laura's doing those.
Yeah.
She's done, I don't know. She did a partridge and she got a duck from me here the other day when she was getting dog food.
That's becoming real popular, and there's how-to videos, you know what I mean? You can pay or free.
And you got to be the right personality to
Yeah.
do it, and I think she is, right, to sit there and just pick every
Yeah.
individual feather. Like, to me, that's not me.
No, that's not me, that part.
No, I'll mount a bird, but I'm not
I'm not going to pluck it.
No, feather by feather and do it that way. But I mean that's cool. That's a whole other trade in itself.
Yeah.
But I think for the people that do that, I mean, it would be pretty therapeutic.
Yeah.
It's almost like painting, right?
Yep. And it'd be, the idea too is something to do at home all winter long. You sit down in the basement, have my room set up.
Well, that's what she said, right? She's like, I'm just gonna tinker. Give me something
Yeah.
to tinker with all winter, spring, summer. She'll be busy, but regardless,
Yeah.
cool little thing to be into. But I hope you do.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to.
Yeah. We're going to try it.
It's not going to be me.
No.
If I didn't have what I have now,
Yeah.
I've already got 3 businesses. But if I didn't have one of them, even like this time of year, I could probably make that work. Maybe.
And that's my idea too, is to figure out what I could do in 3 or 4 months. How many birds could you do? Have them
Right.
done by May.
Yeah.
Start taking them in December. Take 20 birds, 10 birds, whatever it is you can do by your date. Because I'm not looking to make a full-time career out of this. I'm just looking for, to
Supplement.
supplement what I'm doing now. If I fish, I bear hunt.
When do you
or
start
if
fishing?
as soon as the ice melts, usually.
End of April.
End of April, 15th usually, 15th to the 1st, depending on where.
Right. You'd start fishing that early?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it opens. Some places open.
Yeah,
15th.
like the 15th. Yeah, but you'd fish that early.
Oh, lake trout fishing especially. Yeah, if you want,
Would the water be open then?
as long as it's open. Sometimes.
I didn't think. I thought it was rivers and streams first.
Boundary waters. So like East Grand Lake, where it meets with America, it's got different regulations.
Oh, yeah,
so there's
true.
certain lakes that you can get in there if you were. And sometimes there's ice. Sometimes there's still ice, but that's the best fishing anyway.
So you would go, we'll say like December, January, February, March, and half of April. So we'll say 4.5 months. You'd have time to do birds.
Yeah.
And I have no idea. I've never
don't know
talked.
the frame.
I've never
Yeah.
talked to Danny about it to see like at this point how fast he can do a bird. It probably depends on many factors,
Yeah.
but I would say he could slap one together pretty quick.
It's
and
the
there-
drying stage, waiting for stuff to cure.
Right.
So you do 3 or 4 this stage, and you move on to the next stage. And you wait for those 3 or 4, and it's just kind of having a routine and a rhythm that
Yeah.
keeps it flowing.
Yeah, that's cool. I hope you do it, man.
Yeah.
Because again, like I've got birds I want done. I've got no problem. I'll give them to you.
Just gotta make sure I can do them. The more important thing to me is I want to make sure they're gonna look nice. That's why I kept a couple different weird birds, different birds, stuff that I can kind of.
Yeah, there'll be some finicky work there,
for sure.
but
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna, that's the thing. If you're gonna dedicate yourself to birds, you're gonna get good at it.
Yeah, you're gonna do enough of them. Hopefully,
But if you're doing a bird and then 6 weeks later you do another bird and then you're doing a deer and you're doing a bear or whatever, like to be that diverse, you can tell. Guys that just do birds, you can tell. They've definitely got an eye for it, and there's a lot of tips and tricks I'm sure that they use, but there's a difference is what I'm
that
saying.
was something else I debated on too. Like growing up, I did a lot of skin and fur preparation and stuff, so I'm a little bit familiar with it. As bears, doing the bear guide in the spring, there's always guys looking to have rugs done, stuff like that.
Mm.
You know, and that's again something's kind of up my alley. I just haven't done it in a long time, so it's looking for something just to kind of fill
Well,
in my off times.
It's there.
Yeah.
That's your frosting on your
Yeah.
cake, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, there's opportunity.
Yeah.
Plenty.
Oh, for sure.
It's just what are you going to actually? I
Yeah,
think
what do you have time for?
I think you could walk. You could step away today.
Yeah.
Once you get, if that's what you're going to do, you get that rolling. No problem to be filled up with birds.
Yeah.
Just in our own group and the
Yeah.
people that we know would fill you up with birds.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of how fast can you do it, and then once you get that, man, that's you're tapped.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to have much time otherwise.
Yeah,
There'll be no downtime. You know, you'll be right back into fishing.
Yeah.
So, and the more you do that, you're going to be stacked up.
Hope so. Working on my website right now, so that'll
Yeah.
be ready to go here hopefully in the next couple of weeks.
You want to talk about that some? You want to talk about your business?
Yeah, I guess anybody who's probably hung around, I've talked about it. But for anybody else, I started my own fishing business this year, doing river tours and guided fishing trips, just kind of for the western part of the province. You know, Fredericton on up to Heartland. Offer all kinds of stuff from bass, pickerel, muskie, lake trout. I do Miramichi striper fishing in the spring. And that I started that last year, and it took off more than I expected. I didn't do any advertising, just kind of reached out to a few people. You know, I booked myself up a couple weeks, so it was a great starting experience. Picked myself up a new boat, new truck now, kind of dove in head first, I guess, at this point. So I'm in it, and just trying to take the next steps now. Website and
Yeah, and I mean, there's no sense in really just dabbling when you know you can do it.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
That's the thing that I just keep telling you. You know you can do it.
yeah, just got to do it.
Everybody wants to kind of stay on the edge.
Yeah.
But not everybody's made to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
But when you are, you're going to take risks. And the things like that you got, like you got to have a good boat.
Yeah.
You have to have a reliable vehicle.
Yeah.
And when you have those two things and they're both quality, it just looks better on your business
for
anyway.
sure.
And if you're going to be in your boat every day, you want to be comfortable.
Yeah, want to have no seats, good, comfortable, out of the rain. You know, it's just nice. I've been enjoying it. Last year was a good start. You know, I didn't overwhelm myself. I still worked. Be ideal this year if I get to quit my job, but you know, I'll hold my breath. But
Yeah.
that's the plan. Go in full time fishing, hopefully full time guide, basically.
Yeah, exactly. And you can do it, man.
Yeah, getting there.
Hey, look, what it comes down to at the end of the day, too, it's like any other business. Not every year is going to be awesome.
100%.
There's going to be lean years.
Yeah.
Like for me, last year was the leanest year probably I ever had dog training. Outside of that, it's been like a rocket ship. the whole time. And when I say it was lean, it wasn't even bad.
Yeah.
But still, you just have to do right by your money.
Yeah, and why it's so important to diversify, not to just have
That's right.
just dog training.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
no, 100%. Yeah, and even inside of dog training, like it might be one thing or the other. Like maybe I don't have as many service dogs, but I got more hunting dogs or more board and train or more obedience or there's just so many avenues that you can go down with that. So being diverse and having lots of different avenues to reel in income, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
But you have to be careful,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
I mean, you have a job right now, so you roll until you feel confident, and away you go.
Exactly. So it's been going good.
No question. So, are you going to book more people this year?
Oh yeah,
Fishing?
this year. As far last year, I had to turn a few people away just because of date. This year, basically, I'm going to start advertising here in the next month or so. I'm going to just try not to say no. Anybody has an experience or trip they want to do on that I'm able to take them on, I'm going to be there.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah.
I think there's definitely.
There is, for sure. There's a lot, and the guys that are doing it well. They're booking up. They're, you know what I mean. I'm not looking to step on anybody's toes or anything like that.
No.
It's a awesome area we have for water, and for some reason, when the salmon all died off, everybody just turned their head at it, and nobody pays any attention to the St. John River or to any of our lakes anymore. And man, we have some good fishing.
Right. And we're not that far from anybody in New England
No.
that wants to come up and wants to fish stripers like we have here, or wants to try and fish muskie, or wants to fish trophy lake trout, or like we have such a diverse opportunity for fishing here.
Yeah.
And New Brunswick has always been a sportsman's paradise. Always.
There's just never been much attention brought to it, which
No, but it's always been a thing.
Yeah.
So sure, is there other places, like does Alberta have an impressive amount of different game, things like that? Yeah, absolutely they do. But Alberta isn't like here, and we're not like Alberta.
Yeah, exactly.
We all definitely have our own strengths and weaknesses, but it's a pretty cool area. It's worthwhile seeing.
Lots to do.
Yeah, for sure. So that's good. I'm glad you're doing that. You might as well ramp her up a little more, because there's guys that want to go, especially with the stripers, right?
Yeah, oh man, that was fun. I did 5 days over there last year guiding, and every day, like, there was one day it rained pretty hard. We had to stay under the canopy and fish all day. I think we still hooked a couple hundred. So it's, even when it's bad, it's still good. When you're over there the right time of year,
hundred.
Yeah, a couple hundred. There's
on a bad day.
Yeah, the spring striper fishing. Anybody has done it knows it's you're on or you're off. Sometimes the weather doesn't cooperate. Sometimes stuff shuts off. But when you're there, you got a month window. You don't even want to run your boat. Some days there's so many fish in that river. Just about knowing where they are and able to get on them.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah,
and if you're not sure about that experience, just go to YouTube and look at some of the videos on there. Miramichi stripers, it's unbelievable. So, yeah.
And you got what sportsman show next weekend?
I got I was actually at the Trappers show yesterday. Elia and I went, and I haven't been there in a long time, and I was really glad I went. I felt bad last year that I missed it. We went to the Guide and Outfitter show, and they were talking about it, that it had been there the week before. So I said, shit, this year in 26, I got to make sure I got there. So I bought myself just a few traps. I'd really like to dabble back in it again. I do really miss trapping. I love that time, being in the woods this time of year and stuff. It just trapping gave me a whole new appreciation for nature. There was just a lot of things that I was unaware of, that, as far as how nature moves, and, I learned a lot. So, yeah, I'm going to the United Guides and Outfitters show in Fredericton next weekend. It's going to be at the Fredericton Inn. I'm doing a seminar there in the afternoon on waterfowl hunting strategies. So anybody that's interested in that, I'll probably put this podcast out sometime tomorrow. So it'll be this Saturday coming at the Fredericton Inn. So yeah, I'm doing that on Saturday afternoon, the waterfowl hunting strategies. That's what I did last year, but there are going to be some changes in it. It's not going to be completely the same seminar. And I will have a booth there as well for Waterfowl East and Maritime Dog Training. We'll have some videos playing there, so stop by and shoot the shit with us a little bit. I'm sure you'll be around,
Yeah, I
Steve.
was planning on coming down.
Maybe Brad will be around. That'd be awesome. But yeah, we're a platinum sponsor of the show, which is great. Working with Hugo, they supported us real well
It's
there.
good to see the traction Hugo's getting.
Oh man,
I feel like it's growing every year. It seems
Oh.
like there's more involvement, more people jumping on board. It's nice to see everybody kind of on board with each other for a change.
man, there's so much stuff coming up at that. Last year I went to the Delta Waterfowl Expo in Oklahoma, and this year I'm going to go to the DU Expo,
Where's that?
Memphis.
Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah,
That'll be good. So you're just thinking, just experience a couple different expos and see which one you kind of want to stick to, or might consider getting a booth at someday.
and that's what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just really want to see which one we want to put
Yeah.
the money into, because
Yeah.
when I pull the trigger, I bring you guys with me. It's going to
Want
be
to
a
make
lot.
sure it's worth it.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot, right? So if we're going to go down and do that and be part of these shows, which we need to do, I just
Yeah.
want to make sure that we pick the right one.
Yeah. Well, more so than the guide. And if we want the TV show to keep expanding, you got to push it. Got to get it out there in front of the masses, and the masses are United States for the most part, as far as viewers.
100%.
You know,
Yeah.
even for clientele, even for guys that want to come up,
Yep.
turkey hunting or
Totally.
waterfowl or bear. You know,
Totally. People got to be down there and shake somebody's hand and speak to them face to face. It's much easier to create that relationship, right? Nobody knows who we are.
Yeah.
Right. So we go down there and network with people and get to know some people and find out what the show's all about. And then,
nothing's personal anymore, and some of it should be. You should go down there and meet those guys, shake their hands. You know,
that's
look 'em
my,
in the eyes.
yeah.
Not just an email or text message or phone call.
And I would much rather do that. And after going to that Delta show, now I'm just like, if I have to fly somewhere and have a meeting with somebody,
Yeah.
like I'll do it. I'm totally 110% committed to this.
Yeah.
You know, rolling into season 4. This is not just something that we do for fun. Like
Nope.
this is a full on business
Trying to make
now.
a go of it.
Yep,
We're making a
absolutely.
go of it.
We are making a go
Yeah.
of it, but we're to continue to grow. You got to put the bush on. So that's the plan. That's the plan for this year. We're obviously making some more big steps. Going to dive into some photography a little
Yep.
bit more this year.
Yeah, I've been looking into that a little bit more. I mean, we always take photos and stuff, but we're trying to just take everything to the next level. We want a little better quality. We want to, be able to send stuff around to people, and just, like you said, take everything to the next level, kind of pay a little more attention.
Well, yeah. I mean, again, trying to build up a little bit of a booth for this show, even just with a banner and those vertical banners, those roll-up banners. I was like, holy shit, we actually don't have any pictures that are going to work well for these. Like, so that sort of opened my eyes to any print advertising that we're going to try to do. We're lacking that.
Everything's for social media.
Yeah, we've got lots of video, but if you're going to do any print, which is still a thing, you're definitely going to have some good solid pictures, and we should have anyway. Just for, like you said, we take lots of pictures with our phones, but nothing that we can blow up,
Yeah.
right?
It looks good on social media, which is the original intent, but to do other things with it, we need to.
Yeah, to blow it up,
Yeah.
20 feet wide.
Yeah.
You got to have a good high quality picture.
Well, it was no different than originally. We got by filming some on our cell phones for the TV show. You get the quality there. You still lose a lot of audio. You still lose a lot of stuff. So just by getting that little new equipment, taking the next step, learning how to use it, just makes all that a little better.
No question. Yeah.
Have you been looking at cameras or anything?
Still cameras?
Yeah.
No.
No.
What I have now is a Canon. I like Canon.
Yeah.
I'm not stuck on it. Canon or Nokia.
There's so much though. When I start to look into it,
Nikon.
there's just so much. The options are endless, and it's almost overwhelming when you're trying to get into something. You don't want to just go throw thousands of dollars at something. You want something that's going to work for what we're looking for.
Totally.
So I'm in the same aspect. I think mine's a Canon. I have a home. It's probably 8 or 10 years old now. It takes all right photos, but it's just never really got used to running it.
Yeah, and I used to have all the stuff on my phone about putting it on manual and how to run it that way and your settings and stuff. And we all need to know. We need to learn. We need to learn together so that it's not just one guy taking pictures. But it's something that we're lacking.
Yeah.
That I'm excited because again, when I was down to that Delta show, I'm like, man, that's a super nice booth, and
Yeah.
what a really nice picture of a dog. Like, that's all it was a dog just ramming through the water, and the backdrop was like 20 feet wide.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, that's beautiful, but we'd never have a picture
No,
that.
not that quality.
No.
You can do that with.
No, and you're going to spend a lot of money on one, right?
Yeah.
So if we're serious about making a move and going down south and hitting some of these shows, we definitely got to. We're not going to do it any different than we normally would. We just don't have what we need right now.
Yeah.
So, catching that and knowing that, okay, if we're going to do this, this is where we got to go and what we got to have.
Yeah.
Well, then, hey, we can do it and get a little better every year.
Yeah. I'm sure there's somebody we know that's good with the camera that can point us in the right direction.
No question. Yeah, probably several guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's good, man. That's pretty much all. We're pretty close to an hour, but if we cut off what we had at the start there, so try to keep it around that. But
Yeah.
do you have anything else?
No, not really. Just looking forward to the year.
Mm,
Kind of wintertime, you kind of get a little spinning in place at times. It feels like you're not really accomplishing much. But
I know. I feel that too. I mean, I know I've got a lot done. I had a big list,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of things that are checked off of it. But just part of it is sitting.
yeah, it's all paperwork stuff. It's
Yeah.
all talking and emails. And blah.
Yeah, when I'm not doing, like out physically doing, I sometimes don't feel like I'm accomplishing
Yeah.
things. But, this is part of things that needs to get done right now, because once April comes,
Dog training.
dog training for sure. Yeah, if I travel, start dog training then, and usually if it turns out to be a warm spring, shit, all my board and train dogs come in May, and she's just balls to the wall
Yeah.
till Christmas, man. Which I do want to say a little bit of something about that before we sign off. That this year I'll be going to the National in Ontario, Ancaster, Ontario. So my board and train season is only going to be May, June, and July, and possibly a little bit into August. So it's going to be short this year. I've already got a bunch of people signed up, but if you're interested in bringing your dog and leaving them for board and train for however long, you can leave them as long as you want, but inside that time frame for basic obedience, collar conditioning, retriever training, service dog training, advanced obedience, let me know. You want to get in now, because I'm definitely going to be pushing it, because I'd like to have that booked up sooner than later. And there's been a lot more people asking this year. So,
Good.
And because it's a short season, it's not something that you want to wait on. You just hit me up, get a deposit down, and then you're set to go. You've got your spot, because I only take 6 dogs, right? And if I get 6 dogs in May and they want to stay till the end of July, that's it. They're there. People won't have an opportunity. It's just a small craft, I guess you could say, service that I offer. So anyway, if you're interested in dog training in general, reach out, because I've opened up some new opportunities for people to do lessons as well, because I'd like to really put a push on for MDT this year.
Perfect.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Well, appreciate you coming.
Yeah. Glad to be here.
Great talking to you. We got some good podcasts coming up. If there's anybody that you guys on there think that we should interview, or
Wants to be interviewed.
that wants to be interviewed,
Yeah. Get something to say.
Yeah, you got something to say. We have a platform. So reach out,